Hey, it's Elisa, Half Asian Tarot Queen, and I'm doing a drawing for the month of May. But I'm going to draw a name out of the hat that's going to win the Mystical Shaman Oracle. So, all right. Psychedelic Paradise. So if that's you, you win. So yeah, I'll try to get in touch, or you try to get in touch, and we'll set that up. Okay, so I'm going on to the Mystical Shaman to get going on the energies for May. So it's pretty wild. Like, I feel like there's been a lot of shakedowns that have been happening. It's like April showers lead to May flowers. So, you know, maybe we'll start seeing some, you know, results from all the shifts that have been going down. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to pull one more. Right. Interesting. Okay, so this is really interesting, I think. So we got the Ancient Ones, the Serpent, and the Earth. So this is really interesting. So the Ancient Ones, you know, this talks about your ancestors, and it talks about, you know, going after your calling, you know, your destiny, because you have the support of your ancestors right now, so you can accomplish like great things, you know. But it infers, you know, like this connection with the higher realms, you know, like you're being guided, like you have that connection, you know. And then, you know, on the other end we have the Earth, you know, which this is the card of like nature and manifestation and like the physical world, and just sort of, you know, the gifts of the earth and being grounded and of like actually manifesting things in the physical world, you know. So you have these two ends of the spectrum, you know, the upper chakra and the lower chakra. And then in between that we have the Serpent, you know, which this is all about like kundalini energy, like flowing through your chakras, you know, and like it's being flanked by like being grounded and having the support, you know, of your ancestors in the heavens, which is like really amazing, because it's like you are now in this alignment where you can like manifest great things, you know, like your destiny. So this is, I think, a pretty auspicious reading so far, you know, for the month of May. So I'm going to Ethereal Visions to get some overall energies for the reading, but it's looking pretty good so far. We've gone through a lot of clearing and healing, you know, in the last couple months with everything that's been happening with coronavirus. So I was just saying, it's like, yeah, like hopefully we'll start seeing some tangible results, and that's kind of what that's kind of what the cards are sort of implying. So I'm going to pull 3 cards of energies for the month of May. Ooh, looks like a good month so far. Okay, so at the bottom we have the 7 of Cups. So this implies confusion, like there's a lot of choices and options that are kind of being presented, and you're like, which way should I go, you know? So it's really important to be grounded and in alignment, so that you know like what your highest destiny is, you know, like you want to be in line with that. But for the general energies we have Temperance, you know, so this is a card of balance and a card of manifestation and alchemy, and sort of like mixing the cups together, you know, but in a balanced way, you know. And then you get the Fool, which is like taking a leap of faith, you know, like maybe knowing that you have this support behind you and that you are in alignment, and so that this kind of gives you the power to take a leap of faith, you know. And then we have the Seven of Wands. So this is a card of standing your ground, and it's interesting because it falls right above the earth, and this card of being grounded, you know. And so it's just like you have all this support behind you, and you know it's time to take that leap of faith. But it's not going to be easy. Like, it's not just going to get handed to you on a silver platter. You're going to have to like stand up for yourself and you know, stand behind it. So I'm going to go to the Radiant Wise Spirit to get some general energies for, you know, where we're going. But yeah, at the bottom we got the Nine of Cups, which is a card of wish fulfillment, and then this card just kind of fell out, which is kind of like a juggling card. So it's like, it seems like things are kind of in flux, you know, but like we're moving towards, you know, good things. So, okay, I'm going to pull. Ooh. But yeah, it's been interesting because ever since coronavirus, it's like everyone's gone through this moment of reflection and like realignment, you know, and so, you know, kind of evaluating like what you want in life and like if you're in alignment with that or not. And then that's led to like a lot of shake up moments that have been happening lately, you know. And so now it's like the dust is starting to clear from that. And the last reading I did was like a new path emerges, you know, from the dust. So we've got the King of Pentacles, you know, which this is a card of sort of, it's like a patriarch, you know, someone who's financially solid and has kind of like made their way, you know. And this is also, interestingly enough, the card of this main character in a thread called Phoenix, which is all about like rising above the ashes of like sort of oppression and like into like a new, you know, life. And so we have, interestingly, the Page of Wands, which is kind of like a new spark, like a message coming in, and it's like a new spark. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is like, it's kind of like a swinging singles card, but this isn't an independent person who's sort of like standing in their truth. They've, you know, they're financially independent. They've kind of made their way in the world, and they don't really need anyone's help, you know, like they're kind of on their own. But then we have the Two of Wands, which is the card of decision, you know. You've got the world in the palm of your hands, and so what are you going to do with it? Like, which way are you going to go, you know? And then the next row we have the World, which is like kind of the end of one cycle and the beginning of another cycle. The Seven of Cups, you know, which is like the shakedown, things are changing, like there's a whole new life, a whole new phase of life that's starting, but it's kind of confusing, you know, because like everything's in flux. But we're going towards this, the Ten of Cups, which is like happiness, abundance, fertility, family. Like we're going from this swinging singles to this like family situation, you know. So like maybe that's this new idea that's coming in. Like this single person is making a decision, you know. They're making a decision and they're kind of like standing their ground about it because it's like the decision's been made. They're, you know, this single period has ended, and this is like a big shift for this person. So it's like really confusing, but we're going towards this, you know, which is beautiful. So big shifts going down for the month of May. So I'm going to pull 3 cards from Ethereal Visions to get some guidance about how we're going to move through this change, because this looks pretty epic. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, so we've got the Four of Swords. So this is a card of like kind of taking a step back and reflecting. So this is obviously a huge shift. So, you know, don't push yourself too hard. Don't rush it, you know, kind of like stay in the flow and don't overwhelm yourself. Like this is going to take strength because this is like a massive shift, you know. But it looks like, you know, it's confusing, but this single person has been manifesting this for some time, you know, and they're finally ready to like take this leap of faith. They've finally come into alignment with this vision, you know? And so it's like, it's going to require putting down some sort of burden, you know? Like, perhaps this is what you need to, like, stand your ground about, you know? Like, maybe there's some wound from the past that you know, that's been, like, kind of, like, blocking you from making this kind of commitment or this connection, and you're going to have to be intentional about moving through it, you know? And it's going to take a dedicated effort, it looks like. So it looks like a pretty climactic month. I'm going to pull from the Starseed Oracle to just get a final message for the reading for the month of May. But yeah, it's like a lot of stuff is in flux, but new stuff is coming on the horizon, and it looks like it's going to be good, actually. Oh my gosh, this is funny. A new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. How perfect is that? It's like, it doesn't get much more perfect than that. I feel like I've already gotten this card, maybe even. If I have, I will link to that reading. Don't give up now. You're closer than you think. I know it's hard to hold the frequency of a new age when it feels as if so much is crumbling and so many are losing faith. That is your sign that you're facing the right direction. You have a great gift in being able to see the potential of things before they exist. Tend to the new seeds, dream them into existence. Don't lose faith now. Keep your focus fixed. Planting new seeds and bringing about a shift of the ages is no mean feat. It requires extreme trust and a radical vision. If you pull this card, it's a reminder to have faith. You chose to be here to be part of this global shift, whether you're bringing it about through prayer and meditation or through working on a new project, job, or creation. Keep going. It's happening. Don't give up now. The world needs more dreamers like you, more people with hope in their hearts. The road ahead may not be plain sailing. Ushering in a new age in times of change never was. You're being encouraged to remember that what you've been working toward for so long is almost here. Don't question yourself. Don't waver. Dig your devotion deep, if you have to, in a not-so-distant future, you'll be able to sit back and watch all that you've so carefully planted and nurtured grow and bloom. It's possible. Keep focusing on your dreams. You're closer than you think. So yeah, you know, when you get overwhelmed, you know, with all the shakedown and all the confusing energy that's like floating around, just remember this. You're in alignment, you're grounded, you're manifesting, and you have the support of your ancestors. You got this.